Approval of minutes of previous meetings, payroll, and disbursements.
Make a motion to approve consent agenda items.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Chrysler.
Yes.
Eddie.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Stevens. Yes. Scott.
Yes.
Smith. Yes. Garrett.
Yes.
Beeson. Yes. 8 ayes, 0 nays.
Okay, we will begin with Denton Associates. Dan?
Thank you. I have 3 items for tonight, all pertaining to the powdered activated carbon building. It's up at the lake. It's ready to be used once Brian's ready to start using it. The first item I have is request for loan disbursement number 11 in the amount of $33,458.01.
Make a motion to pay loan disbursement number 11, $32,458.01.
Second.
Second, any discussion? Questions? Okay, roll call vote.
Eddie.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Stevens.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Garrett.
Yes.
Beeson. Yes. Chrysler.
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
Second item I have is change order in the amount of $1,212.07 to add some door closers for the convenience of the employees.
Make a motion to approve change order number 2 in the amount of $1,212.07.
Second, any discussion or questions? Roll call vote on that.
Schneider.
Yes.
Stevens.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Garrett.
Yes.
Beeson. Yes. Chrysler.
Yes.
Eddie.
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
And then the third item I have is approval of the certificate of substantial completion for that project. Like I said, everything's operational, everything's been cleaned up. The only items we're waiting on is some operation and maintenance manuals, some spare parts, and then once that all comes in and gets reviewed, we'll actually issue the final completion for that project.
Make a motion to go ahead and approve certificate of substantial completion.
Second. Second, any discussion or questions? Roll call vote on that.
Stevens. Yes. Scott.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Garrett.
Yes.
Beeson. Yes. Chrysler.
Yes.
Eddie.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
Go ahead, thank you.
Okay, then, thank you. We will move on to report of officers and start with Steve.
Okay, the first item is the second reading of the ordinance for approval of an intergovernmental agreement between City and Community Unit School District number 8. This regards how the school district will apply for TIF funding from the first TIF number 1, and it also provides for sharing of increment in TIF number 2 at the lake.
Are they happy with it? Everybody's fine with this now?
Yes, the school board has approved the agreement. I think they did so at their last meeting, and we were waiting for some enrollment information from the school, which we received, so it'd be in order for the council to approve the agreement.
Make a motion to pass the ordinance.
I'll second.
Any discussion or questions? We'll take a roll call vote.
Scott.
Yes.
Smith. Yes. Garrett.
Yes.
Beeson. Yes. Chrysler.
Yes.
Eddie.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Stevens.
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays. That's ordinance number 1937.
Okay, the next item is the second presentation of an ordinance regulating food trucks. Be in order for the council to approve the ordinance.
Make a motion to pass that ordinance.
Second. Second, any discussion or questions? Okay, roll call vote.
Smith. Yes. Garrett.
Yes.
Beeson. Yes. Chrysler.
Yes.
Eddie.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Stevens. Yes. Scott.
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays. That's ordinance number 1938.
The next item is an ordinance amending the city code to regulate low-speed electric and gas-powered motorcycles. You recall, council had some discussion about this a few months ago, and the chief has been working, I believe, with the committee in order to come up with an ordinance regulating these devices in the community. The ordinance basically provides that they have to be registered with the city, and the chief has the ability to do a background check and also check the condition of the bicycle to make sure that it complies with the ordinance, and then provides for a penalty for anyone operating without a permit or a license, or with a vehicle or a bicycle that doesn't meet the regulations.
You're talking about a license, you're talking about a driver's license?
No, vehicle, city license, like a sticker.
Okay, so kids can still ride it and stuff.
Right.
Okay, because it read through here, it doesn't say anything, that's what I wanted.
First presentation.
First presentation.
I'll make a motion at first reading.
Second. Questions or discussion?
I asked a question. Does that include ATV type vehicles?
No, this only regulates bicycles.
Bicycles, okay, not,
Right.
okay, just question.
Okay, got a motion and a second, we'll do a roll call vote.
Garrett,
Yes.
Beeson. Yes. Chrysler.
Yes.
Eddie.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Stevens. Yes. Scott.
Yes.
Smith. 7 ayes, 0 nays.
The next item is first presentation of the appropriation ordinance for 23-24.
We got the end of the month passes, didn't we?
You can waive, you can waive first reading and pass it tonight, or you can pass it at your next meeting. It has to be on file with the county clerk by the end of July. So there's a little bit of time after the next meeting's the 24th.
Pete, is everything in order? Make a motion to waive first reading, passes the ordinance.
Second. Second, any discussion or questions? Roll call vote.
Beeson.
Yes.
Chrysler.
Yes.
Eddie.
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Stevens. Yes. Scott.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Garrett.
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays. Ordinance number 1939.
All right. The next item is a letter of understanding with the ASME union regarding commercial driver's licenses for new employees. The city has a need to get new employees their CDL license, and under this agreement with the union, if the city expends a fee or incurs costs in training the new employee or licensing the new employee with the CDL, then the employee must remain in employment with the city for a period of 2 years, or have an obligation to pay back to the city the training costs incurred by the city.
Sorry. No, I'll wait. This is a motion, right? We're gonna
Just a motion.
Okay.
Got a motion?
Make a motion. With us having 2 new hires that we've hired, I think we ought to, yeah, I'll make a motion to approve this.
Yeah. The language says that the agreement is effective for employees hired after May 1st of this year. So if you have 2 employees you've recently hired, this agreement would cover those employees. And it's effective until next May, and it can be extended by agreement of the parties.
We got first, second. Tim, you have a question?
Are we doing this because I thought everybody that has worked for the city was supposed to get the CDO and put you in that position?
This here, and
I mean, are we just recouping our costs on it?
if they leave us in 2 years, Chris, you want to explain, they changed the rules on this.
So in 2022, moving forward, the federal government you can't just get a book, study, go take a test anymore. You have to have some kind of training behind a wheel or in person. And it's not a set number of hours, it's just, of course you have to take, and it has to be certified. So you can't just go pay your $60 or $80 and go get your driver's license anymore for a CDL. Now, one of the new hires that we hired does have a CDL, so one of the employees will have to send to get some kind of training.
So first and second, roll call vote on that.
Chrysler,
Yes.
Eddie,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stevens, Scott,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Garrett, Peterson, 8 ayes, 0 nays.
The next item is a resolution approving a purchase contract for property at 401 East First Street. This property is currently owned by the county, Christian County trustee, due to delinquent back taxes. And the city has had a custom of buying some of these properties from the trustee for, I think the trustee charges about $750 for transfer and then the recording of the deed. So the cost of the city is a little over $800. And that's much less expensive than trying to go through court and getting a judge to order a deed to the city.
The sole purpose of purchasing this property is to tear it down.
Motion to pass resolution?
Any discussion or questions? Roll call vote.
Eddie,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stevens, Scott,
Yes.
Smith, Garrett, Peterson, Chrysler,
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
Can I just ask a question about that? Where's that money coming out of?
The money for the demolition, we agreed at the last meeting it would come out of the surplus budget. Okay, so we got
8 ayes, 0 nays. That's resolution 23-12.
My apologies.
And then the final item is an amendment to the redevelopment agreement with Workshop Marketing. This amendment addresses reimbursement to the developer. If you recall, under the original terms of the agreement, there was an estimated cost to repair the roof, and the city agreed to pay up to, I think it was $43,000 for the roof repair. And then the city also agreed to reimburse the developer up to $30-some thousand for masonry work. And fortunately, the roof repair came in considerably less than the original estimate. And so the developer has asked that the surplus roof funds, the difference between the cost of the repair to the roof and what the city agreed to reimburse, be transferred over to the masonry work. The developer anticipates that the masonry work will be considerably more than what the city has agreed to reimburse. So the additional funds will be helpful to the redeveloper, and it doesn't increase the total cost to the city by transferring or reallocating the funds.
Does this need to be passed tonight or can it wait?
We have a 30-day window.
Yeah, Kirby may know better, but
My only concern, if it wasn't passed tonight, is would it impact their request for reimbursement for the roof portion of the project? If it doesn't matter, then I guess, we wouldn't have to do anything with it tonight, but.
I didn't ask the redeveloper, and Grant he's been supportive of this effort and very cooperative. Under the agreement, the city does have 30 days to process any request for reimbursement. This is a kind of an alteration. I don't think it would be a violation of the agreement to wait. But if you wanted to approve it tonight, there's
phase two, which is amazing.
That's what I was gonna say, aren't there deadlines for them to hit on these things?
Yeah.
And then we could be delaying that second deadline?
But we already got the 30,000 to them for that, right?
No, the city has not reimbursed them anything yet.
But not for that, I mean, for the bricks and that. We
No,
do-
no.
we got an agreement with them for
We
the
have,
brick work.
we have an agreement that it's after the work's done.
Yeah, it's not been started.
Yeah, so we can pay them so they can start on that.
I'll make a motion to suspend the first reading and pass it as an ordinance.
I'll second.
Second, any discussion or questions? Roll call vote.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stevens.
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Garrett,
Yes.
Beeson,
Yes.
Chrysler,
Yes.
Eddie.
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays, that's ordinance number 1940.
Rigged up.
Okay, I've got two things. Now that people have started using the downtown, or some more people have, Kirby called to our attention that some water's running in the front door of some place or something. So tomorrow we'll be doing some storm sewer exploration to figure out how we can fix that. Old maps indicate there may be some stuff in place that we can use that maybe got covered up with oil and chip or something. So you'll be seeing that happening. The other thing I want to do is thank Chris for working like a dog since the storm, and then I want him to thank all the people that have helped him, including some people that don't even work for this place.
Absolutely.
First, you guys know the north side obviously got hit the hardest. I mean, we spent a hard week over there and nonstop cleaning up just to make the first pass. So everyone's been wondering why their brushes have picked up. That's where we've been. We'll be there. We don't need a phone call. If it's on the boulevard, we will get it. And then CB Enterprises out of Assumption. They don't have anything to do here for us, but they come and spent a whole day, day and a half here cleaning up. And they brought in a lot of big stuff for us. Todd Stark with Stark Services, I'd like to thank him and his crew. They spent 2 days, 3 days over here on the east end of town picking stuff up. And every homeowner that has been able to pick up anything and bring it in. It's much appreciated. We thank everybody, and we're working on getting the rest of the town picked up. And we do know there's a water leak in front of the Elks.
Also rented that piece of equipment to help us.
Yes, we rented a skid steer with a gravel bucket that's helped us out tremendously.
You guys do an excellent job. People helping people, that's marvelous. Very good. Okay, Rick done. Kirby?
I was going to bring up to the council the project authorization form that we have from Milano and Grunlow Engineer Services. This is for the infrastructure improvement portion of the RISE grant that the city was awarded. The project authorization, based off of what we were awarded through the grant, and then what our amount came in from Moran Economic Development, that left us with a balance of $15,000 to work with Milano and Grunlow. So I guess I'm just asking for authorization to approve this project authorization.
Make a motion we approve the agreement with Milano and Brundle Engineers.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Stevens,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Smith, Garrett,
Yes.
Beeson,
Yes.
Chrysler, Eddie,
Yeah.
Schneider.
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
Call?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, we'll go on to Jim.
I don't have anything tonight.
Nothing tonight? Nothing tonight. I have 2 items. First item on my list is I'd like to recognize Clayton Stinson and your service for all the excellent work they've been doing for the town. Just in part of, or in addition to putting on the Chautauqua roof, Clayton and his organization have donated countless time and materials to help repair and beautify the town at no cost to us and certainly cost to him. So I wanted to say thank you for that and say that you are an excellent example of what community service actually is. And as Terry tells me, it's Clayton's 29th birthday, so happy birthday. And I have a certificate and a check for you after the meeting.
Thank you.
Second one is not as exciting, but also kind of exciting. We want to hire Zach Econ for the wastewater operator, and I just need a council approval to do so.
I make that motion to approve the mayor's hiring.
Any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Okay, thank you. We will go on to community safety.
Nothing at this time.
Okay, community operations.
Yeah, I'd like to make a sewer adjustment Crystal of Edgerton to 800 West Washington in the amount of $509.03, leaving the balance due of $855.96.
Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Scott,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Garrett,
Yes.
Beeson,
Yes.
Chrysler,
Yes.
Eddie,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stevens,
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
As everybody read in the paper and that last week, we had a building burn at the lake and that on Lake Lot M10. So I'll make a motion, we revoke Lake Lot lease M10, Harold Serval lease.
Second, any discussion or questions? Roll call vote.
Smith,
Yes.
Garrett,
Yes.
Beeson,
Yes.
Chrysler,
Yes.
Eddie,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stevens,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
And then I'd like to make a motion to pay Castle Concrete Construction Incorporated $5,640 for removing and replacement of 142 feet of gutter pan on Holly Street.
Second.
And money will come out of the ARPA residential infrastructure repairs.
Second, any discussion or questions? Roll call vote there.
Garrett,
Yes.
Beeson,
Yes.
Chrysler,
Yes.
Eddie,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stevens,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
8
This-
ayes, 0 nays.
And this goes along with that. I'll make a motion to pay CCI Ready Mix $1,300.13 for concrete for the 142 feet of gutter pan and driveway entrance at 814 Holly that goes onto the gutter pan on Holly Street. Money to come from ARPA residential infrastructure repairs.
Second.
Second, any discussion or questions? Roll call on that.
Beeson,
Yes.
Chrysler,
Yes.
Eddie,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stevens,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Garrett,
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
That's it.
Go on to administration.
We need to determine, where we're going to get funds to finalize the purchase of flood card and flood card for the police department. We wanna-
I'm going to summarize this.
Yes, that would be great.
So back in February, I approached with concerns of 2 of our 3 main patrol cars were wearing out. And I didn't budget for it. I'm trying to extend the life of the older cars. And so the concept of purchasing a new one, we'll extend those. Council approved it back in February to move forward with the purchase, so we did. So there was some discussion we later learned that I go in, the squad was ordered, it was in stock, but it took quite a bit of time for the installation of all the equipment, computers and whatnot. So I finally get an invoice to go and pay, and I go over to Kim to get the invoice, and she kicks me right in the shin saying, "How are you gonna pay for this?" So the confusion comes up on when it was approved, and during the budget process, I went back and looked at all my notes. She determined based upon some questions and comments from council that it was gonna come out of ARPA and be reimbursed. Somehow I missed the reimbursement, or I had budgeted, because I didn't think even coming out of this next budget that we just started, I could have budgeted. So somehow I missed, and I don't know how, but none of my notes said I needed a budget for the squad. I thought it was coming out of ARPA because the 50,000 was designated in the ARPA budget for this year that I saw. So I don't know where I missed something. I did evidently. So the squad was ordered, we went to pay for it out of the ARPA, but until I can search for grants to reimburse, that's where we're at now in determining where you want those funds to come out.
I think they just need to come out of ARPA since we'd already discussed it, that he had something written down that showed $50,000.
Do we have that in our? We should, yes, so that
not set for the 2 trucks? For the
It's
street?
spoke, I mean,
That's
we
spoken.
know it's coming, so it is set aside, yes.
Then we gotta spend that money anyway.
We have a deadline to get it all spent.
So that works out. We can just take it out of our sheet, I think that would be.
I don't know what I missed, but none of my notes from budget prep to the start of it, or I had budgeted money in. So I put a 0 on our budget this year thinking the ARPA was covered. But as always, I always work, just like the last $48,000 grant I found for the equipment and computers. I'll work hard, as I always do, to try to find some funds to help out with that.
Good enough for me?
Where's that for our budget for food dress? What are we getting everything for?
We apply for a grant, and we can also pull money out of the, I know we did pull money out of the budget surplus. That one's already signed. Yeah, you do it, so we're all happy.
Could you speak up, please?
Yes, the money for the new ordinance vehicle will come out of the budget surplus. It was already decided by the council. So both parties will get their new vehicle and everybody's happy. I'll make the motion to allocate the ARPA money for the new squad car for the chief.
Make a motion.
Second.
Any further discussion? And we'll take a roll call vote.
Chrysler,
Yes.
Eddie,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stevens.
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Garrett,
Yes.
Beeson,
Yes.
8 nays.
Okay, community support?
I-
Nothing. All right, we'll go on to economic development.
All right, I got quite a few things to go through. We had 2 more applications for this facade grant that we have been running for downtown. So I would like to make a motion to accept applications and instruct the staff to draft a grant agreements with Denton for this property right behind us and for Roseland Theater.
Any discussion or questions?
What are they doing?
Eric, as you can see, he's getting a ton of brickwork done to pointing the entire building. And then Roseland is getting their roof repair. But through the, well, I'll jump ahead. The facade though, the Roseland is getting the front face fixed from the tile that's falling off both sides of the main entrance of the building, as well as some new doors and a couple other things.
I have a motion.
Second.
Second. Any further discussion or questions? Roll call vote on that.
Eddie,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stevens.
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Smith, Garrett,
Yes.
Beeson,
Yes.
Chrysler,
Yes.
8 nays.
All right, and we also, I'm gonna make a motion to accept the application from Taco Ray for, they purchased the Route 51 building, so everybody's kind of understanding. But I'm going to accept the application for business district assistance and direct the staff to draft a redevelopment agreement with them.
Any discussion or questions?
What are they?
They are doing a complete overhaul. They will be relocating, let's see, the giant cooler that's out back will no longer be, tropical snow will no longer be there. And they're building an outdoor skiing area off the side of that that'll be fenced in and blocked off so that there can't be any, kids driving around on their bicycles, messing with people. They will have a complete drive-through for a Mexican restaurant, kind of like is it more like a Tex-Mex?
Yeah, they're gonna have a limited menu, but
Yeah. So more of a quick shop, but they are doing a lot of inside work, but as well as outside work. So this will go toward the
Thank you.
Do a roll call vote.
Schneider?
Yes.
Stevens?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Garrett?
Yes.
Beeson?
Yes.
Chrysler?
Yes.
Eddie?
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
All right, and I'm gonna have a motion made to accept the application from Roseland Theater for TIF assistance and direct the staff to draft up a redevelopment agreement. This is for the roof portion of what's all going on at the theater.
Second. Any questions or discussion? Roll call vote there.
Stevens?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
Garrett?
Yes.
Beeson?
Yes.
Chrysler?
Yes.
Eddie?
Yes.
Schneider?
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
And my last thing is, I would like to approve the payment to Workshop Market for the roof replacement on 119 East Second, in accordance to their redevelopment agreement, which we just spoke about.
I thought that was on the other one.
That was to accept the,
So the other one was just for adding extra money into that.
it's just to reallocate the fund, like to allow them to not only use that money for the roof, but also for masonry repairs, is what the change to the agreement was for.
Oh, I thought that we were talking, they couldn't do the masonry unless we agreed on this other part.
Right, and then this is just saying that they replaced the roof like they said they were going to, so we're paying for that section right now.
We got amended.
Yeah, we had to amend saying that we were still gonna give them the 43,000, but this is just saying that what their roof cost was, we are going to pay for it right now. And then once they finish the masonry, we'll get the rest of what we had already allocated to them, as well as what was gonna come out of the TIF.
Second. Any further discussion? Roll call vote.
Scott?
Yes.
Smith? Garrett?
Yes.
Beeson?
Yes.
Chrysler?
Yes.
Eddie?
Yes.
Schneider?
Yes.
Stevens?
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
Good.
Yeah, I think that's everything. I do want to encourage you guys to drive through. There's tons of work getting ready to start downtown, but also there is stuff going on. The dentist office is tuck pointing and they're putting a tent up. And so they're doing a lot of work to that. And then as you see over here, Eric's doing a lot of work restoring this building. And then, of course, Jeff Flash is moving very quickly. So I encourage you to drive downtown because it changes daily. And I think that's amazing.
And for the better.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Okay, negotiations. Nothing. New, unfinished business. Nothing. New business. Any release? Mr. Sally?
Go ahead. Or you want to do it? Okay, I'll make a motion to approve sidewalk petition for Jim Aller at 13 Byers Avenue. Rose Concrete is contractor CCI to provide 2.5 yards of concrete.
Second, any discussion? Roll call vote.
Smith?
Yeah.
Garrett?
Yeah.
Beeson?
Yes.
Chrysler?
Yes.
Eddie?
Yes.
Schneider?
Yes.
Stevens?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
And I'll make a motion to approve a sidewalk petition for Joanne Kimmerman at 505 South Opal Street. This will be Furlan Rose Concrete, it's contractor CCI to provide 2.75 yards of concrete.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote on that one.
Garrett?
Yes.
Beeson? Chrysler?
Yes.
Eddie?
Yes.
Schneider?
Yes.
Stevens?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Smith?
Yes.
8 ayes, 0 nays.
Thank you, Mr. Valley. Citizens' opportunity to address the city council. Chief Lang.
Speaking on behalf of Mr. Zaraka, who was here last week, but it wasn't on the agenda, to approve the fundraiser at Kitchell Park on September 23rd. They're going to close temporarily the inside road between the tennis court and the interior pavilion. I'll work with him on it to make sure it's safe, and he's asking permission on the agenda.
Council recalls we talked about it last time. We just need
Make a motion.
Motion. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. discussion, I will entertain a motion to close.
Motion adjourned.
Second.